Big Cat Rescue here in Tampa, Florida with all of our seasonal whistling ducks. I just got back from feeding Quackers and his friends over by the rehab hospital. I had to run in there for something. So please take a second and share this. Tag your friends and family and fellow Big Cat rescuers that we're live. Squirrel! I don't know whose squirrel you are, but I'm sure you're somebody's. So I figured we would take a little walkabout on this gorgeous morning. Way lower humidity today. Breakfast has been served. So we'll see who's still out and about. Figured maybe we'd check in on some of the pumpkins, because I was told yesterday that Kali managed to get her pumpkin all the way down by Simba, so opposite side of the enclosure from where it was. Oh, there's a Des. Not in a very good spot to be seen, but he's in there. It's going to be an incredibly busy day and an incredibly busy week for me, so this isn't going to be probably a super long walkabout. I do want to mention that I'm going to be doing about 5 or 6 eBay auctions coming up later this week, so if you have not signed up to receive those types of updates, bigcatrescue.org/auction if you want to get on that list. Hi Des! You're blending in so well today. And thank you ahead of time to everybody who's going to help answer all the questions, because I am not seeing comments. Yay! Happy Sunday to everybody. My technology is being weird again. No cart, no comments. No problem, right, Des? We're still gonna do it, so I'm not gonna shut this down. I am just gonna let you guys handle the comments today. I apologize if anyone thinks I will be ignoring them. That is not the case. I did notice when I started up this live, it took a very long time for me to notice that anybody was watching. So there's something going on. Hopefully you guys can see a donate button and hear me correctly. There's a Duchess. Hi, Dutch Bunny. Did you ever end up truly playing with your pumpkin? I don't know if you guys noticed this, but there's no more tunnel here. Do you guys see where she's at with the door there? I don't know that I've pointed it out, but 2 weekends ago, Gail and Afton tore out the little tunnel system that was here to vacation, because the Servals that live out here are never going to be able to go out to the 2.5 acre vacation rotation. So therefore, there was no need for that anymore. So it has been all patched up and taken out. What you doing, honey? Did you play with that pumpkin some more? I don't think you did. It's in the same spot. You guys can watch Duchess live 24/7 at bigcatcams.com, where our vacation rotation camera is. What do you think, lady? Did you weren't that into the pumpkin this year? She's like, there's too much space out here. One little old pumpkin when I have all this space. Duchess has a couple more weeks out here, so you can always check in on her. She has a feeding camera as well. Oh my goodness, we're so floppy. We're such a floppy tiger. Woo! So we did hand out all the Big Cat pumpkins this past Thursday. If you missed those lives, they are on Facebook and dailybigcat.com. Max Tiger's enclosure is being cleaned up, and then they were going to place his pumpkin in when it was done. That might have happened over the weekend. He, in his couple of years of living here, has never been interested in the pumpkin. He likes other paper enrichment, but the pumpkin and watermelon thing, not really his vibe, I guess. Right, Dutch Bunny? She's like, sometimes it's not my vibe either. Took her a couple of years to even bother with the pumpkins. Let's see who else might be out and about. So, no news is good news as far as things over the weekend. I only saw the vet group talking about obviously checking in with Mr. Manny. He's still eating and taking his meds. He did have a weird, like, little episode over the weekend that Dr. Justin was like, that's weird, let me know if it happens again. But nobody has seen it happen again. And he seems totally fine. He's energetic, he's bright-eyed. He's eating. Today was his very first disgusting poop, which is a good sign. So we will keep a close eye on that. It's not formed, TMI for all of you, but I know you guys like to be informed, so there you have it. So he's doing well. And then the only other cat that we've really been chatting about in the vet group is Miss Aria, and that is just her ongoing continual situation with her scar tissue and wound areas. She loves to soak in the pool, loves it, and we love that for her, but it softens up the skin, and then if she rubs on something, she has a little pink or red patch again. So then we have to put her back on a medication and back on a spray, like a wound spray. And she tolerates all of it pretty well, but we hate that she has to go through that all the time. So she's actually right there in front of us. So we will probably continue observation and meds and the possible spray through next week. Otherwise, she's doing fantastic. Miss Cully, what'd you do to your pumpkin? Look at that pumpkin. My goodness. So you guys know when we gave Cully her pumpkin, it was way down on the opposite side of that platform down there. Did you carry it over here to show Sim Sim? Did Simba ever play with his? Simba had moved his into his tall grasses, but then by the end of the day it was laying under the platform with him, so I'll be curious to see where his pumpkin ended up. Right, baby? Such a good girl. This is Kali Tiger. Oh, honey. She's our oldest tiger, 22 years old. Got them old lady moves. Go very slow, honeys. No, baby, you didn't have to come over here. You didn't have to come all the way over here. I love you for it, though. Yeah, I love you.
Oh.
No, perfect girl. Yeah. Did you have fun with that pumpkin? Oh, I hear somebody behind me. Did you call that boy over here? Sim Sim. Mr. Simba right behind her. What are you kids doing? What are you kids doing? Hi, Sim. Where's your pumpkin? Where's your pumpkin at? All the way over there. You see your pumpkin, babe? Was it very fun? It was pretty fun, wasn't it? Gonna get it again? The pumpkin that keeps on giving? Or is that just where you want it now? Like, nope. It's fine. It stays there. Good job, baby. She's like, well, now that I'm on the move, I better decide where I want to lay. Good job, sweetheart. Right in the sun. Right in the sun. Good job. How about you, Sim? Ooh. Let's go see where your pumpkin ended up. Where'd your pumpkin go, sir? Oh, speak of the devil. Aria is soaking in her pool. Otherwise, from my understanding, all the cats over the weekend, nothing to report. Oh, this pumpkin is still over in this section. So he moved it back into the grasses back there. Then he got all spooky scary with Afton and he ignored the pumpkin. But then later he moved the pumpkin right over here. I can see that he has chewed the top of the pumpkin off. There's no more stem. As you get rid of that stem. Hi, handsome. Was that fun? We decided to eat the stem this year? Okay. I know, that's fine. You leave that foot alone. You leave that foot alone. What's that foot doing to you? I know. Let's go over and see if we can watch Aria and her soak session. Aria's pumpkin is still in the same spot. Hi, honey. So it's always really fun when we have to do the loom spray with her, and then she literally comes and lays in the water and washes it off. So silly. But for a girl who never felt grass or softness of any kind, and for how arthritic and just, I'm sure, painful from all those years on rock and concrete and all that neglect and abuse, swimming sounds like the most ideal thing in the world. I know I love it for that reason, feeling weightless, and I'm sure that's why she loves it. So this is Aria Tiger. She's having that morning soak. You're so gorgeous. Isn't she just magical? Again, thank you if there have been any donations on this live. And again, I apologize, but I don't see comments. So I'm just gonna roll with it. Hopefully you guys can at least hear me. It would be terrible to come to find out, like, not only could I not see comments, but nobody heard a word I said either. You know, why not start the week that way? So you can see a little bit of scarring on her shoulder there. She actually has that kind of scarring on both front shoulders and both back hips. And it kind of just varies on which one starts to look a little rough from time to time. And again, she soaks in the water and then she might get out and rub on something or roll around on something, and then it just kind of irritates the skin, so. What a darling lady. You're so special. You're so darn special. I'm not sure if anybody got to see Jinx enjoy his pumpkin on the Explore camera. I'm not sure if he did or not. He might have played with it, or he might have just walked away from it, but usually he's very into his pumpkin enrichment. This year, Afton decided to give Jinx and Manny different styles of pumpkins compared to what they've had in the past. So I don't know what Manny will think of it either, but Jinx liked hugging his. I don't know if he actually like chewed on it or anything like that. So let's just keep a walking. See if they put in Max's. So Aria's pumpkin is still where it was. We all know, if you watched my lives last week, you know exactly what happened to Jasmine's pumpkin. We will not be seeing that thing again. No way, Jose. We will not see that pumpkin again. This is Jasmine here. Yeah, you told that pumpkin what's up, didn't ya? Very fun. super fun. Manny will eventually get his pumpkin, but it will be once he goes home to his home enclosure. So, looks like they worked on Max's enclosure over the weekend because I can actually see through some of the grass. Just don't know if the pumpkin went in or not. Oh, it sure did. So she placed his pumpkin on his platform up front there, so that's cute. Hopefully he'll at least interact with it a little bit. He's been enjoying that particular platform. You don't ever really see him in that section very often, but during Hurricane Ian, that is the section I had to shift him to, so it'd be easier to spot him in the dark. And he looked devastated at first, but now, since he has full access again, there's been multiple times where he has decided that he wants to lounge on that platform. So maybe he'll interact with this pumpkin, I don't know. This guy we gave a pumpkin to. Normally he's all about it. He absolutely just did not want us to watch him this year, which is totally fine. This is Kimba. Wearing your shirt today, buddy. Look how loungy, I love it. Just lounging around, being most handsome guy ever. I believe that the section he's in right now is the section that we are going to be working on next. Get it all mowed and looking good, get the roof cleaned off. We're still just trying to get all the sticks and branches down from the hurricane. So I know they went back in this section where we put his pumpkin and got it all cleaned up. So my guess is, oh, there it still is. His pumpkin is still right over there. It's definitely got some bite marks in it, some claw marks, but he didn't destroy it this year like he's done before. That's okay. The whole point of enrichment is whatever the heck the cats want to do with it is fine. Ignore it, destroy it. As long as it's safe, they can eat it, aka does. I hear a Beecher. I hear a Beecher. I think we should say hi to Beecher before we go to Mr. Jinx. I hear you purring from the tour path. You're so goofy. You're so goofy. Tell us what's happening. Tell us what's happening. You having a good weekend? Are you having a good weekend, bud? Extreme Beecher close-ups. Beecher is a hybrid here at Big Cat Rescue. He is a little grass-eating turkey, aren't ya? You don't got nothing to say? Do you have anything to say to the camera? No. He hollers at you till you come over, and then he's like, let me just eat all this grass. Let me just eat all this grass. You got any big plans today? Where's Dee Dee? Where's Diablo? Where's that old Diablo? Don't know. Let's see. See where he might be. Diablo's doing well. He's still eating his prescription diet, taking his high blood pressure medication, being just darling. Sarah D got some precious photos of him over the weekend on his coolaroo. Oh, there he is. Hi, mister. I won't come any closer. Hi, good boy. It's Diablo, also a hybrid. So Diablo and Beecher are two of our hybrid cats that were bred to be exotic looking potential house cats. Usually African servals are used, or jungle cats, or some kind of exotic small cat species. They try to breed them to domestic house cats. The hope is to get a very exotic looking cat that would hopefully use a litter box and be a lap cat and be a pet, and that is just not usually how that works out. They are usually pretty wild, pretty unpredictable, and a lot of times they end up being very plain looking, so they're considered throwaway cats. Of course, Beecher and Diablo are absolutely gorgeous, but they proved to their previous owners that they are not house pets. Right? Man-made, not naturally occurring in the wild. So luckily, our hybrids have found accredited sanctuaries to live out their days, where they can be left to their own devices and be appreciated for their little wild selves. Right, Dee Dee? Oh, tiny gentleman. You're being very gentleman-like. You're giving me the time of day, so that's exciting. And I didn't even bring you nothing. Alright. Thank you, buddy. I really appreciate it. No hisses. Didn't get up and run. That's a good day with our Diablo. All right, Beach Boy, you got any last things to say before I go? No, same old. Same old story from Beecher. Same old stories. Ridiculous. All right, Bob. So, go check in on Jinx and see if his pumpkin looks any different today. I think we'll then check in with the other cats that are leading up to Mr. Frankie, where Frankie is in a brand new enclosure. I will say that over the weekend, it was mentioned that it seems that Shiloh and Frankie might not like each other, so we're keeping an eye on that. And Mr. Flint did not want to eat, I think it was on Friday, which is very unusual for him. But in his defense, there was a lot of very loud, kind of intrusive projects happening around him, and he just kind of seemed a little like freaked out about it. So hopefully we'll keep an eye on him. Hopefully it's nothing other than he just doesn't like all the tree trimming that's been going on with that giant lift machine over there. It's not a quiet thing. There's been a lot of weed eating going on as well. So that could be the reason. Haven't heard anything so far today about it being an issue. And then sometimes you kind of have to wonder, like, did he catch a bird? And that's why he didn't want food. You never know. All right, I see the pumpkin. I don't see the Jinx, though. There's a pumpkin, but no Jinxie. Doesn't look like he did much with it. Must just not have really liked the... It was kind of one of those weird textured pumpkins where it's like kind of greenish, kind of orange. Afton just wanted to try something new, but I don't know that they like the taste of it or something, because he bit into it once and was kind of like, ew. Normally he just tears them apart. Is he back here? He might be up front in one of the dens. We're past breakfast time, so oldest buddy on property. Oh yeah, he's in that den up there. I can see a silhouette in that den over there. I don't think we're gonna get Jinxie out to see us. And this pumpkin doesn't look any different, so that's okay. Sometimes he'll sneak out when I'm walking away, but nobody's going to today. Too close to breakfast. He's like, you can't possibly be here with more treats. Alright, well let's see if there's a Bailey. We've been seeing a lot of Moses lately, but Bailey always tucks herself into this shrub over here. And I can never get a good visual of her. Let's see if she's wedged in there yet. We never used to separate Moses and Bailey at breakfast time for all the years I've been here and all the years before that. But we have to do that now because Moses sometimes gets multiple meals a day and he gets a medication that we can't let Bailey have. So there's a Mr. Shiloh though. Where's Bailey? Where's Bailey Bob? I'm so guilty of sometimes just walking right by her because she just looks like a pile of leaves. It's really funny. Oh no, we're not seeing any cats right now. Striking out 2 in a row. I think she's already tucked back there. You don't see a little tail moving or anything. Alright, well, let's see what Shiloh's doing. Oh, watching Frankie. Are you guys gonna be friends? Are you guys gonna be friends? Shiloh, what do you think? What do you think, sir? You don't have to worry about him. Yeah, Shiloh spends a lot of time in this back corner being like, how do I get away from this cat? It's only been a couple of days, so we will see if they settle in. Otherwise, different arrangements could be made. Yeah, I don't see a Bailey on this side. All right, well, let's walk around the corner, show you Frankie's new digs, and then that's where we're gonna wrap up for today. Just keep looking. So all of this is Mr. Shiloh. And then right next door, so this used to be Ginger and Cricket's enclosures next door to each other. Now it is Shiloh and Mr. Frankie, who already knows exactly where feeding lockout is and exactly where to ask for second breakfast. So he has all of this. He's been enjoying this den, which is nice. That's where I've seen him come running out of a few times. But he has these dens back here as well. And he will now be attached to the vacation tunnel so that he can walk to Funcation instead of needing put in a transport. Oh, are you growlins? You are a little on edge, aren't you, buddies? Oh no. Who are you growlins at? Nobody? Mr. Frankie. Hi, Frankie. Hi, cute boy. Just getting used to everything. Are you growling too? You guys are being very growly. Gonna have to start feeding you guys it all together back here, huh? Went that done over there. Alright guys, well that's gonna be it for me today. I am gonna go get started on the 1,000,001 things that I'd like to accomplish today so that this week I can primarily be out here doing as many projects in the gift shop and on the grounds as humanly possible for our big event. Our 30th anniversary is this weekend. Woo! Holy crap. And again, if you are interested in eBay auctions, I've got a few set aside special for the 30th anniversary. Those will probably be, I'm trying to decide whether they will auction off this weekend or they'll start this weekend but end next week. Not sure, between 3 or 5 days. Trying to sort out all the details, but I have about 5 or 6 really amazing items. So bigcatrescue.org/auction. Hi, bubbies. And if you missed any part of this live, there's a couple random verbal updates about the cats from over the weekend. Obviously, you see that we have moved a cat to a brand new enclosure. You can rewatch this at dailybigcat.com. And thank you again if there were any donations. And thank you to everybody who's shopping the 75% off on-site gift shop sale, as well as buying the brand new 2023 Big Cat Rescue calendar. All of that information is at bigcatrescue.biz. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your weekend. I hope it's at least some kind of sunshine wherever you are. And have a great start to your next week. See you guys soon.